Good evening everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Tuesday the 11th of March 2025 and tonight I'm heading to the Stadium of Light for Sunderland versus Preston North End in the Championship. So I'm in Sunderland and going into this evening's game, Sunderland are currently in 4th place in the Championship table. They are, if they win this game tonight, it would be 3 wins in a row for them, but maybe look at it and think they've possibly even got a bit too much to do in order to gain an automatic spot. But if they can get a winning run going, and it might even just be that they can pounce on any slip-ups from Leeds or from Sheffield United, although they would need multiple slip-ups, and obviously you've got Burnley in between them as well. But I think all in all it's been a decent season for Sunderland. They are right up there, obviously tailed off a little bit last season, which they will have been disappointed with, obviously on the back of getting into the playoffs the season before that. And in opposition tonight is Preston North End, who are currently in 16th place in the table, pretty much perennial mid-table as far as the Championship goes that have been in this league. I think this is their 10th season now in this division and never really pulled up any trees, although at the minute they are still on a decent run in the FA Cup. Got that quarter-final to come in a few weeks' time against Aston Villa, so it's not all bad for North End. And obviously this is such a unpredictable league. I think you probably saw it on Sunday with Portsmouth beating Leeds and that sort of thing. So there's absolutely no guarantees in this game tonight, although looking at it on paper, maybe you would expect Sunderland to win, being at home and considerably higher in the table. But we were obviously here last season on that cold Wednesday night against Huddersfield where they slipped up, where maybe not that many people expected them to. But as we say, all in all, they are having a relatively decent season tonight. And I've got to say, I do enjoy coming to the stadium. It's usually quite a decent atmosphere, a good matchday experience, etc. And I am in the Roker end tonight, so hopefully it'll be a decent atmosphere in there. The Sunderland fans should be in relatively good spirits. Obviously, as we say, coming into this on the back of 2 straight wins, looking to make it 3. So can they do that? Let's run down to the Stadium of Light and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up. Sunderland are getting ready in the distance. It's going to be in the usual red and white this evening. And Preston are getting ready right in front of us. Not entirely sure what colours they're going to be in tonight, of course. When they're at home, they would play in white, but I think that's probably going to cause a bit too much of a colour clash. Anyway, I'll see when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match. Half-time, Sunderland 0, Preston North End 0. Classic case of if you don't hit the target, you don't score. Sunderland have had a lot of efforts at goal and a couple of pretty good chances as well, but not registered a single shot on target. And I think that kind of compounds what was a pretty frustrating half for them. Above all else, there has only been one shot on target throughout that whole half, and it was actually Preston that had it. It was a shot from range that the keeper had to parry wide, but other than that, Preston have been relatively happy to sit in and have seen a lot of the ball, but not really done a great deal with it. Sunderland, like, they've been putting through like some pretty good passes for their forward line to latch onto, but they've just been ultimately pretty wasteful above all else. But I do feel as though they are going to, crank up the pressure a bit more second half, pepper that goal a little bit more, and it's just a case of whether that goal is going to come for them or not. But yeah, they've really got to before long start. They've got to start testing the goalkeeper. It's as simple as that.
£20,000 a year, keep laughing.
Game's been held up quite a while now. Whatever's going on, this is getting downright ridiculous now. The referee has totally lost control of this. And the game is now back in at last. added time, it looks like 9 minutes.
Sunderland supporters, thank you for your support this evening. Tonight's attendance was 37,700.
Full-time Sunderland 1, Preston North End 1. I'm finding it extremely difficult to have any sympathy there for Preston, to be quite honest. Yeah, that blatant act of time wasting was one of the most farcical things I think I've ever seen at a football match. And yeah, the Sunderland obviously went and equalised immediately after that had all happened. So yeah, they really don't hold much sympathy for them there, and it was an absolutely brilliant strike to get Sunderland level, and it's maybe rescued them there tonight, because other than that, the overall finishing and that sort of thing tonight was absolutely terrible. And you think some of the ones that missed in the first half, especially that header from like pretty much point blank range where he's put it wide and that sort of thing. And it was a bit of a shame that Preston carried on like that, to be quite honest, because when they did decide to play, a lot of it was actually decent stuff, and obviously they did take the lead in the game. I know they're away from home against a side that are in the top four, had won 2 on the bounce coming into this game, but yeah, some of that carry on, there's really no need for it, you know what I mean? But as we said, it's probably the frustrating night for Sunderland above all else. Granted, it could have been a lot worse than what it actually was in the end, and they did have 9 minutes to try and find a winner, but it wasn't to be for them tonight. But I think in the circumstances, they'll maybe in some ways be relieved that they weren't beaten, but maybe at the same time a little bit frustrated that in terms of how the overall game went, that they didn't get all 3 points tonight, but they were made to pay for not taking their chances. Preston took one, and I think statistically there weren't really a lot in it in terms of overall shots and possession, that sort of thing throughout the course of the game. It maybe looked like to the eye as though Sunderland were maybe a bit more dominant than what they actually were, but yeah, as we say, it's not an ideal result for them tonight, but they're still well up there, and I think as long as they're in that top 6 come the end of the season, I think then that's their target achieved. So not, as I say, not the best result in the world for them tonight, but probably not the worst either, especially in the circumstances that they were 1-0 down with what 3 minutes left before we went into added time. So yeah, it is what it is. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back on Friday night with some Northern League Division 1 action. It is Redcar Athletic versus Northallerton Town. So until then, take care, cheers for watching, see you later.